Hello, this is Kate and welcome to the Ordinary Earth Song. Okay, so hope you're well, enjoying the summer or winter, I guess, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, having a good time. I hope everything's okay, basically, wherever you are at the moment. Right, so I had a message earlier. It was that there is a message. So I figured I should probably do a recording, right? So that seemed logical. I have literally no idea what might come through, so we'll see. I'm not going to touch tarot. I'm not going to touch tarot. I'm being instantly told to go for Ancient Stones Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So, I don't know how many cards I'm going to draw. This is not going to be a pick a card. This is a message. This card's beautiful. I mean, just the back of them. The reflective nature of the back of these cards, I think it's gorgeous. Makes me think of light codes. I see that. Yeah. Okay. Is this a... Okay, it's a signifier card. Fine, okay. So this is Hagstone. Energy shield, protection and inner strength. Energy shield, protection and inner strength. Now look, I chose... Didn't know I was going to use this deck, by the way, when I did my nails earlier. So protection, an energy shield, an inner strength. Okay. Good message so far. I'm going to put that there. Do that. You see that okay? Okay. So, that's the... Put that in the middle. Signifier card. I don't know why this is so important that this is in the middle. Maybe it's to do with the reflections. Because the reflections would be in the middle. Something about reflections. Okay, so this is why I noticed the back of the card. I'll take the back of the card. I feel like that is appropriate. Okay, I also feel like this is appropriate. So I just selected 4 more cards from the top of the deck, which I never do. I usually shuffle and want the cards to pop out. But I've been called to pull these 4 cards from the top of the deck. So this is different. First card is Energy Shield, Protection and Inner Strength. There's something about reflections here. Mirroring the inner strength. Mirroring the inner strength as protection. Knowing the inner self as protection. Mirroring that. I've been told to turn these 2 over, so I'm going to together. Okay. Singing stones. Transmit your vibration. Use your voice. And pave your own way. Leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. Reflecting the inner self, reflecting protection, reflecting inner power, transmitting your vibration, using your voice to move into and become the leader that you are. In courage, in strength, in protective knowing of yourself. Without following others, without limiting your options. Forging ahead, using your voice, transmitting your own vibration by being a reflection of your inner strength, your inner self. Dancing with Stones, movement, teamwork and partnership. Live the question, curiosity, open your mind and live into it. Well, like that. The saying is lean into it, right? They're saying live into it, live into your vibration, open your mind, be curious. In teamwork, in leadership, transmitting your vibration, using your voice, reflecting the self, the inner strength or the protection, the energy shield that is surrounding you. I'm just asking if there are any other cards I need to pull from this deck. I don't think there are. So is there another deck? Oh, I got a new one the other day. I'm going to bring these two down actually. I feel like I'm supposed to use this one. But I got this Cosmic Dreamer Oracle. I just loved the artwork. So this is by Cosmic Dream Oracle. See, oh no, that's Carl Jung. Ooh, there's no author on this box. I can't see it if there is. All right, by, I can't read that. That's what. Anyway, I don't know why. Again, look at this reflections. These are done by Reflections. I do a lot of art with reflections actually. Maybe that's why I'm drawn to them. Ooh! Two just popped out. Astral Voyager. See what I mean about the artwork? Isn't that beautiful? Look. Wow. Astral Voyager. Moving along the planes of existence. And Dreamweaver. Got a dragonfly there. Dreamweaver. Weaving the dream. So it feels like there's something here about bringing forth your own energy, your own voice, your own dream, your own leadership and courage. Don't follow. Forge, create, make, be the dream weaver. And there's something about astral voyager, astral travel. Travelling in protection, using your inner strength. Movement and teamwork and partnership, transmit your vibration using your voice. This feels like the journey side. This feels like the voyager, like the inner dream creator side. Okay, is there anything else from this deck? Ooh! Okay. That's a lot of cards. The Dripping Moon. Wow. I have never seen. Wow. I literally only got these the other day. I've not seen this card before. The Dripping Moon. The moon is about illuminating the darkness. intuition connecting dripping moon, coming down into the, joining it together, the dark and the light, flowing in. With a celestial frequency and the fifth dimension, so another dimension, astral travel. 3 more cards. Okay. The mystical eye. Dreamweaver. The transcendent light and free freaking will. I mean, this whole reading so far is about freedom. It's about being curious and finding your own energy in your own self, reflecting that outwards, and being the creator, the traveller, the conduit for the light and the dark, the open-eyed. The frequency, raising the frequency. Raising the frequency. Wow, okay. Goodness me, okay. Raising the frequency. Bringing forth your own creative abilities. Being your own creator as well. Seeing into... I've got seeing into the self. It really feels like this is seeing into me right now. Dripping moon. I love that card. And I love the fact that free will came out there. Free will. See, she's in a cage, but that door is wide open. She's choosing to stay in that cage right now. Maybe she's a bit daunted about what's around her because it looks pretty barren. What's past the horizon there? Is she comfortable in her cage? She's choosing to stay in her cage. The card seems to be suggesting to dance, to find your freedom, to leap out of it. To be your own creator, to forge ahead. Don't follow others. Don't follow this safety of the cage. And there's this mystical eye and astral travel in the fifth dimension, and the celestial frequency, and the transcendent light, and the dripping moon. Love it. Okay. Is there anything else? Any other words that will help people piece this message together for themselves? Because this is quite a broad message. Dancing with the fifth dimension. See, I'm just seeing now that dancing with the fifth dimension, free will, frequency question. Question your free will. Question the dimension that you exist in. Question the frequency that you're at. Question your abilities to dance and move and be. The dead end. Ooh, interesting. Are we at something that feels like a dead end right now? We're settling for the cage when we have all this other potential. I think we're aware of this potential, but the cage is quite comfortable. It's known, it's understood. But we're being asked to question the free will in this space. and our ability to use our free will. What is the free will to do? The free will is to stay there or move out. I guess you could go out and have an explore and come back. You could move out, leave the cage behind altogether and just keep walking until you hit something. But there's the uncertainty there, right? Agape. Ooh. Now. Look at that. It's reflections of light. Reflecting both ways. And these are like refracted light. I need the book for Agape. LXXII. LXXII. Chat amongst yourselves. No, gone past it. So why is it in like Roman numerals? LLX. This is in the initiation section of the book. There we go. Devotion, unconditional love. What if, instead of putting yourself at the centre of your spiritual practice, you put God, Goddess, or nature at the centre? Oh my goodness. That's what I was saying about the spiral, genuinely. The centre of everybody's spiral is 0 point consciousness, is source, is whatever you want to call God. And that is who is being reflected out of us. We are a subset of God, of source, of 0 point consciousness, because we're reflecting constantly. Such is the energy of Agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder and breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and ask for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The Agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day. This fits exactly into the rest of the reading. Consciously or unconsciously. So what is it that is keeping you in that cage? What is it that you're worshipping every day that's preventing you from moving on, from going through that open door? Because there is a door wide open right now. What are you elevating above and beyond that internal self, that whole self, that part of you that you are reflecting? The more, when you're reflecting it, as you reflect it, and you don't just reflect it, you mirror it, you beam it out of you. It is who you are. It is what you expect others to see of you. What is it that you're reflecting outwards that is holding you back from seeing and connecting to that inner whole self? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? Where is it that we're heading? And every individual is heading to the same place. It's inevitable. We're going to end up there. We're already there. We are there right now. We just don't know it. We were there before we came. We will go back there in full awareness. But right now we're not aware. We're so unaware. We don't remember there is this inner guide, this inner light, this inner self, the whole self that is everything. And we are just a refraction element of that. We are the potential, we are the possibility. When you see another human being, you are seeing another version of yourself. And when they see you, they are seeing another version of themselves, because we are all from the same thing. But we get there in so many different ways. Well, we try to, well, some of us I make sweeping statements. I don't want to make sweeping statements because everybody is so different. We're all on different paths. We're inevitably going to end up where we end up. But during life, we can make choices from ignorance because we don't remember who we are. We can make choices, we can make mistakes, we can make decisions, and we can cause pain and we can cause love. We can bring joy and we can create fear. We can do all sorts of different things in this world in ignorance. What we're really being invited to do right now in this reading is witness the dead end that we are currently at. Witness it and decide, is this where I want to be? Is this where I want to stop? Is this everything about me that I want to reveal in this life? Is this where I stop my journey? Is this the cage, the gilded cage I have made for myself and I will be happy with for the rest of my life? Or just for now, because there's a slight difference? Are you settling for the rest of your life, or are you stopping for a moment to take a breath and figure out the next step? Because the rest of these cards are suggesting there is some real awareness of everything underlying the normal sense of reality that you are aware of. And that this is a rest stop almost. It could be a rest stop. It could also be a complete stop. And that's a choice. You could stop for another 10 years and pick it back up again. A new person. You'll come at it from a different angle, and that's fine. It's, you do what you do. It's completely up to you, right? There's literally no judgment on this journey either. The only thing that compels you to commence the journey, to recommence the journey, that stops, moves you past the dead end, is actually realizing that there is something more than the gilded cage and the dead end, and that is something we want to look for. That is something we want in our lives, or in our life. We don't do this for other people. This is for the self. This is for you alone for this journey. You can't really drag other people along with you. You can witness and you can meet other people and you can witness with them and you can observe what happens and you can be there for them and talk philosophically about everything and spiritually about everything and have those really good conversations. But your journey is your journey. And whatever you put on this pedestal at any given time is going to be the waymaker for that journey. And if you've decided to put on a pedestal where you currently are and that you are happy where you currently are, then for as long as that thing, that place that you are at is on that pedestal, that is for as long as you no longer explore all of this and everything else. You stop exploring, you stop seeking. Sometimes you need to, sometimes it's a case of resting, integrating, working some stuff out. There's nothing wrong with stopping. Right, is there anything else? We're nearly 25 minutes. I'll just stop fairly soon, I think. Anything else that needs to be shared? Okay, I've just been told to cut the deck. The vessel. And the bottom is the riddle. We're all vessels. Let's see what the book says about the vessel. We are the vessels for 0 point consciousness. We are the vessels for existence. We are the experiencers. We are the way makers. I just heard the way makers. Did I say that earlier? I don't know if I've said that before. The way makers. So the vessel, the body, the container, the cup. The vessel may be the most powerful archetype form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid, stoves hold fire, our bodies hold organs, our homes hold families. For the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs, savings accounts protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full, or perhaps there is no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction? So is this cage a desire to contain what seems like it would spill out? And the vessel has a life cycle that is always honoured. So is the dead-end cage the vessel? The container? It's the limits of where we want to be right now. It's the limits of what we're allowing in our lives. It's the limits of who we are, what we expect, what we accept, what we do, what we think, what we believe, what we love, what we hate, blah, 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 all of that. And the riddle is the in-between. It's the infinity snake that sheds its skin and transforms and moves in between constantly, as we do all the time. We're constantly moving in between the form and the no form, the thought and the deed. And look what's on the bottom here. The unseen. What is it that we're not seeing? Is there something that we're not seeing? Are we not seeing a possibility? Are we not seeing something that would free us? Okay, just it's all about choice. Whether we stay in the cage for a bit or forevermore, doesn't matter. We have the choice. We always have the choice to not only look out from the cage and see what's around, but we could reach out of the cage. I said cave. One of these guys is the cave as well. We can reach out. We can explore with our touch. Smells might drift in. The door's open. We could actually walk out if we wanted to and explore the horizon. With limitless abandon, because we can voyage, we can dream, we can create. We've got the mystical eye, we've got transcendent light, we've got protection, we've got movement, we've got all of this good stuff underlying this. Stop. And whether you start back up again or don't, you start back up again in 5 days or 5 months or 5 years or never, it doesn't matter. If you have the desire, to bring your whole self into your being whilst you're on earth, there's only one thing you need to do, and that is go through the door. Go through the door and explore without limits, if possible. Go through the door in protection, courage, forge your way, don't follow, transmit your vibration, use your voice, you are protected. Move these down here. Hagstone, energy shield, protection, inner strength. In actuality, you don't need protection. You don't need inner strength. You have it. You have inner strength. You are inner strength. It is you already. It's just you don't know that. Or there's something holding you back. There's a reason. There's an excuse. There's something saying to you, oh no, I don't think you can do that because you can't afford it, or you need to think about the effect it will have on your family, or you need security and money and blah 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 blah. There's always some reasons to not do something. You might be where I am right now, which is in a place of complete and utter silence, of just meditating and being beautiful and lovely, but not having any desire right now to do anything other than this. But I have the feeling it's coming, and I'm going to go through that door when I know where the door is. Right now I know the door is there. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this. I know the door is there. I really want to step through it. And this is saying to me, it's okay to stay where you are. But if you want to step through the door, do it. My brain is going, where's the door? I don't know where it is. But now I know that. I know I don't know where the door is. So that's the next thing to work on, right? Find the door. What's stopping me? There must be something stopping me from finding the door. because I know it's right in front of me. I guess I don't know what it means to walk through the door either, right? What is it actually? Because it's not actually a door. It's not actually a physical door. And being a physical being, it's like, you give me a door and I'll walk through it. You give me a metaphorical door, I walk through it every 5 minutes. I don't know I'm actually doing that. I don't know. It's so strange. Part of a conversation I'm having in my head right now. Where's the door? What is the door? How do I step through it? I'll figure it out. And when I do, I will let you know. Probably. Anyway, I don't have any. If you've got anything else, if you've got any thoughts on this at all, then please do share them. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, interesting reading. Great. Well, you take care, and I will see you again soon. Okay, take care. Bye. Okay, so as you can see, I put all the cards away, and as I was putting the cards away, I got a message, hang on, we're not done, because you want to know what the door is and how to go through it. So I'm going to guess that the next part of this reading is going to be about the door and how to go through it. So let's see. I've been told I'm going to go for one of the more I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to go for Rumi Oracle, and also going to go for The Secret Language of Light. This one's by Denise Jarvie, and this one's by Alana Fairchild. Okay, starting with Rumi. So my question is, if you were not paying attention, was you've got a burning desire to go through a door. What is the door, and how do I go through it? I'm going to have to read the books on these ones. Victory of Mariam, and Passion for Purpose. Okay, Passion for Purpose. I just got the feeling that purpose is the motivation to go through the door. Purpose is the push, it's the driver, it's the pull through the door. The sense of purpose. If you lose a sense of purpose, which actually is quite common for people who've had a certain level of awakening, you lose a sense of urgency, a sense of, oh, this all needs to be done now, because you suddenly realise that it's all going to be okay regardless. So you kind of lose a sense of purpose. This has happened to me a couple of times, where I go through a stage of just kind of like, yeah, so what? It's okay. It's going to be okay, because, we all end up in the same place, and it's all going to be groovy, and, we don't really have to be here to do anything really meaningful or deep, because loads of other people are doing it anyway. Because there are thousands, millions of people out there who are writing books, creating oracle cards, just all the doing spiritual guru-y type stuff. So when you come down to the everyday normal person who isn't doing all that stuff, you kind of lose a sense of purpose, because you're like, well, it doesn't make a difference if I try to do something. Who cares? There's loads of people out there helping other people. So you do lose a sense of purpose. And I think maybe that's part of what's happened with me, is that I have lost a real purpose. I wish there was another word. I feel like I've said purpose about 20 times now. But I don't know about Victory of Mariam. I don't know anything about Mariam. Right, and I'm not going to read the whole thing out here because it's really long. So don't worry. I'm not going to force you to listen to me reading. I'm just going to read some select parts, see what anything comes out. Goodness me. No matter if you have forgotten for a moment that the divine lives in you, as you, and that apparent failure is only a part of the process, the plan through which learning happens, serving the ultimate holy victory. Yes, your victory is inevitable. So, from the beginning, this oracle brings you a message of affirmation and success. Your victory is already assured. You are being led into it now, no matter if you believe it is not possible, and you are placing more faith in the appearance of distraction or obstacle than in utter success. Okay, fine. So regardless, what happens now is going to happen now. Going through the door or not going through the door. Okay, if it happens, it's going to be in divine timing regardless. Will you remember that all is divinity manifesting and nothing exists outside of it? All is perfectly designed to help you fulfill your being, live your truth, experience your power, and reside in the perfection of your divine loving heart. Be curious rather than afraid. What is loving seeking to draw out of you now? It is always love in interactions with you. Even if sometimes you feel like you are hauling a massive rock on your back up the steepest of hills to build a temple at its apex. Yet when that temple is built overlooking the ocean and a startling burst of golden orange sunset explodes across the water, turning it gold, you'll forget about climbing that hill. Whatever is going on in your life right now, whether it brings you joy or deeper struggle, is the divine in you, as you, breaking through into your life. Do not hesitate to trust it, embrace it fully, and let it have its way. There is nothing there that needs to be resisted. You are safe to be wild, to be alive. Live it with love and let it unfold. The promise of success is yours, so allow yourself to be brought to it through the guiding wisdom of life and the life that serves love. Well, good grief. Okay, thank you. So, the door is inevitable. Going through the door is inevitable. Purpose. Passion of purpose. The divine is driving the whole thing. Of course it is. It is us. Okay, now I said I would take a Secret of Light Language cards. Oh, all around. Okay. I love this deck so much. I wish I could remember the book. Listen to the whispers. The truth is out there. Let your light shine. Why are these cards this way up? Soul name. Ask your soul and remember. Okay guys, the question was, how do we go through the door? How do we recognise the door? The answer is You'll go for the door when you're ready to do so, because you are being driven by your inner light, by your inner soul, by your soul guidance, the light within. The whispering voice is letting you know. The passion of purpose is the motivator, the driver for the door, the puller through the door. The door will be apparent when you've passed through it, and it will enable you to remember your whole self. I've been through the door. Every time I meditate and I get to that place of connecting with myself, the 0 point consciousness, the whole self, the everything. That's going through the door. Ask your soul. Channeling. Transformation. Okay, the door is right before us. The door is right there. It's always open. We choose to stay in the cages that we're in. We choose to stay at the dead end. We have a dead end. We might move a dead end, but we still go, right, we'll come to the next point, dead end. Okay, so we're going to stay here for a bit, which is fine. But we find passion, we find purpose, we find a means to push forward, to strive for more, to strive for a deeper connection to the soul self, to the need to remember, the need to connect, the need to ask ourselves that inner light, the inner guidance, let the light shine. Genuinely, if you don't have it and you want a deck of oracle cards, I'd get these the Rumi oracle ones. They're just the book. Stunning. Anyway, I think that has given us an answer about the door. Right. Okay. Told another Rumi card. Sunset over here right now. Nothing is coming. Oh, that one. I surge on the uprising of love. Again, motivation, driving forwards. I'm going to leave that there. Take from this what you will, as always, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.